Hi everybody, I wanted to do another oil review. We haven't had one in a little while, so this one I'm going to do on Joy, which is actually one of the big reasons that I got a Young Living Premium Starter Kit. I suffered from depression for a really long time and anxiety, and I recently, in the past 2 years, got diagnosed with anxiety with depression. So my anxiety causes depression, but my depression causes my anxiety, so it's a really vicious cycle. But at the time I was pregnant, and I didn't want to be on antidepressant medication because I was worried about the crossover to the baby, and also I couldn't nurse while I was on it, and breastfeeding was very important for us. So I decided that it just wasn't something that I was going to do. I was going to find other ways to deal with it. I saw a counselor for a little while, and she helped me with ways to manage it, and it was working, but it wasn't what I needed it to be. So we decided to look into other natural remedies, which led me to my doula at the time telling me about oils. And this was after I'd had the baby and I had really bad postpartum depression. She knew my feelings on it, so she, brought up this alternative, and I was all about it. So it's one of the big reasons that we got into oils. Sorry for the backstory, but so with Joy, what I did with it at first was I would take one drop and I would apply it directly over my heart. That worked very well because I could also smell it and I was absorbing it through my skin, so it worked really well. Now, if I get to a point where I'm having severe depression, you have those days, if you have depression, you'll understand, where you just can't get out of bed. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to deal with anything. You don't want to face the world. Life is just really rough. So when I have those days, I force myself to get out of bed, and I apply Joy as well as orange. And what I do with these is I take coconut oil, and I put coconut oil in my hand, just a small glob, probably about yay big, and I put it in my hand, and I add 2 drops of each. I rub it together, and I rub it all over my ears, the outsides of my ears, the backs of my ears. Your ears have Vitaflex points, and I'll do a separate video kind of to explain Vitaflex and reflexology. The baby's sitting right here, so that's why you hear him. But and I rub it all over my ears, and I am not lying when I say that it is almost instant. Within 15 seconds, 20 seconds, I feel that weight lift off my shoulders. I feel calmer. I feel just different. And I know that a lot of people, if you can't feel the oil, my husband especially, if you can't feel the oil work, you don't think it's working, and you think it's all like a mind game. For me, it's not, and that's one of the reasons that I became a distributor, because I saw the change that it was having in my body and in my life, and I knew that change was happening for other people, and I wanted to share that change. So that is my oil review on Joy. I am never ever without this bottle. I believe this bottle wholesale is about $56, so it's a little bit pricier. And I say pricier, for me, is probably not the same for other people. Rose is pricey. That's $100. That one's pricey. Frankincense is almost $100. That one's pricey. Rose isn't that bad. Or, I'm sorry, Joy isn't that bad. But I am never, ever without this oil, because if I am, and I know that I'm going to have bad days, which everyone does, I don't ever want to be stuck in that position again. So that's my oil review on Joy. If you'd like to leave some comments below about how you use it, it would be appreciated, and I will have another video up for you soon.